Hey, Lucho.
Hey, teacher, what's
What's
up?
up, brother? How are
Good.
you? How's life? The family?
Good. All good, teacher. All good, really. Today was a great day.
A great day.
Yeah.
Why? Why was it a great day?
Really, really because I don't know, all the things happen. All was good.
All was good.
The
Okay.
the war, the personal things. Yeah. I don't know, but today was a good day.
You like
Yes,
today?
yesterday was a sad day for me. There was a reason, but I don't know. I was sad. Today I am happy. I was
Okay.
happy.
That's a good thing to celebrate that you're happy. I like it. It's good to be happy, man. And yeah, sometimes you know what it can be too? ¿Sabes qué puede ser? Also, the weather.
Yeah.
The weather is
I
nice.
think
Beautiful.
so.
Está hermoso.
Yeah.
Días hermosos, unos atardeceres hermosos, beautiful afternoons, beautiful sunsets.
I listen, yo escuché en pasado cómo se pronuncia, listen. I heard that when rain, there is more electrons, so this affect to the people
Mood.
and the mood.
The mood es como el estado de ánimo.
The mood.
No jodas, eso no lo sabía. Cuando llueve, hay más electrones.
Yeah. Imagine the electrons is negative low, yeah.
Negative charge.
Negative charge. They are negative charge. This affects your body. That is to materia. Sorry, teacher. Matter. Yeah, matter. Is to matter, and you have a lot of electrons too. So I heard that.
Interesting idea. Did you hear that when it rains, there are more electrons in the air, and electrons are negatively charged, so they impact your mood negatively. So you feel shitty. Yeah. But now it's sunny in Medellín. It's beautiful. What's the weather like nowadays in Mexico, Nancy?
Hi, teacher. Hey, everyone. I don't know. It's crazy, the weather. The mornings is so sunny, but in the afternoons now it's so windy and a little, I don't know what is it.
Cloudy?
Rain?
Cloudy?
Yeah. No, rainy, light rainy. But in the night it's so cold. So
okay.
You have to go outside with your umbrella, maybe a cap, and maybe a lock with a lot of lock.
It's been a couple of days that have been beautiful here in Medellín, Colombia. Beautiful. My favorite. I love blue skies. I love them. You know, every time I see blue skies, I don't know what it is about me. I don't want to do anything. I just want to just stare into the vastness, the vastness, but the what? The vastness, right? Am I saying it right, Liana? The vastness of the skies around me, just looking at them fascinates me, especially at sunset, because when it's a beautiful, you know, like clear day, then the sunset turns colors. There may be a couple of already clouds that are forming around the mountain, and then you see all the colors of the sunset. They're very beautiful. It's happening these days, you know, like those sunsets that just, you know, like turn into fire, turn the sky into fire, like reds and oranges. It's beautiful. I just I just sit or lie down and watch those through my window or outside. I take my dog out and I just look at some random cloud just navigating the blue sky. It's beautiful. Is that too romantic? Yeah.
A little.
Happens when you're 47. you go nuts. Anyway, we're here to read.
So
Don't judge me. We're here to read, please. Oh, here's
Thank you,
JC.
Nancy.
Llegó JC. Llegó
Thank you,
JC.
Andy.
Tenemos también a Pau Duque. Pau Duque con la cámara apagada como que fuera fea. Yo no entiendo la gente bonita. Apaga la cámara. ¿Ustedes han visto eso? Can you understand that? Explain that to me. Beautiful people, cameras off. Don't get it.
So how
Okay, I'm gonna join it.
I put the camera only.
Se la apagó ahí mismo. She turned it on. No, I'm beautiful. And vean a Eddie. Eddie's here. Thank you, Eddie, for being here. And
Good.
Merce
Hi,
and
guys.
Pau, everybody.
So just the alcohol people with the camera turned on.
You said it.
You're
If you
Wow, beautiful
you have to
Pau.
follow
Hi.
the-
I love your hair. Yeah, she's looking beautiful.
I
Took a shower.
in
Took
the-
a shower.
okay,
Yeah.
because I was in the pool and I shower and
Nice. Were you swimming laps? Starting
yes,
up?
teacher.
Oh
Yes.
my God. You must be muscular now.
No, it's only
You're back.
only a sport, but it's important to change the routine. And I a lot of time I don't take the swim in the pool, and in this day the beautiful day you say, and I think I necessary to take or I don't know, I swimming in the pool tonight, and that's it.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea.
I
And
can feel the guilty for my bad mood now. Only I can through the guilty to Pao because he was swimming a great weather, and now here is so cold.
it's so cold now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here too.
Oh, there too, Liana. Is it cold?
Cold and rainy. Yeah.
Cold and rainy. Oh my God, how depressing.
He's on fire.
Here's on fire. But
Yes.
Liana's on fire with a beautiful hair of yours cascading. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Goldilocks. So let's read, shall we? We were reading here. But you know what? My wife hasn't arrived. She went to take one of my kids to guitar lesson. And so, you know what? I'm going to go serve dinner real quick, like 1 minute, 2 minutes, to Juanita, who's here with me. So why don't you talk among yourselves just 1 minute, okay, with Liana. Ask her questions. Liana, what's the secret for that beautiful hair of yours? I want some of that. Tell me, etc. Talk among yourselves. Ask lots of questions to Liana. Get her to talk because she's being very quiet. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Liana. Tell us the secret.
Hi, Liana. How was the class before, the basic course?
Oh, it was good. We're still reading Thumbelina.
You are improve your Spanish in that class?
Oh, the listening, yeah.
Listening and speaking?
I don't really speak too much in that class.
You should try and speak a little bit
I know.
in Spanish. What about you, Juanca? You are thinking, my friend.
I'm melting too. Really. I'm melting too. It's so hot right now.
So
Guys,
how
I have a
All day.
question.
There are several places in Colombia where the weather is hot.
Places.
in almost
Places.
whole country. That here in the coast, it's terrible. It's so hot.
Antioquia is good. Is good. Weather.
Weather.
Yeah, it's.
Antioquia
But
has
I
unpredictable
really-
weather.
But I reading the phenomenon of boy, pues, de niño. It's coming and it's probably to I don't know duración, pues dure mucho. 2 or 3
Duration.
months.
Oh, wow.
Duration, okay, thank you, Liana. And it's possible the duration is 2 or 3 months, and it's
A dry
weather hot
dry weather.
all day. Yes.
Did you swim inside or outside today?
Sorry, Liana.
Oh no, I was
didn't-
asking Pao.
Okay.
Swimming outside?
Yes, in the
Oh, wow.
in the I don't know unidad unit is the neighborhood. There are a pool, and it's possible to swim all day in age or schedule, and the swim open to 9, and I was in the 7. In the 7 is 1 hour for day.
From 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yes, 6 and 7 and 8 they close in the 9. For three days on the week. For example, the Monday is closed because it's the maintenance, and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is open to 1 o'clock and close to 9 p.m. And the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. is variable the schedule of the hours for the pool.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Liana, do you like swimming in the ocean or in the swimming pool?
You mute.
Liana,
Okay,
can you hear me?
yeah. I like both.
Oh,
Preference.
You like the ocean, or maybe lakes? I don't know.
Lakes, not as much, but the ocean, yeah.
a river.
I don't know if I've ever swam in a river.
You wanna come to the Sino River?
Do you remember?
I don't think so.
So everybody
Liana,
can
do you-
swim? I can swim.
Excuse me.
No, it's okay.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Go ahead.
Do you want to ask something, Pau? Go ahead. Do you want to say something, Pau? No? Yes?
Yes. My question is to Liana. Do you live near to ocean or not?
No, like 90 minutes in the car.
Yes.
In the
it's
next
very
next
near.
state, yeah. For us,
Okay.
it's far, but I guess it's kind of near.
Okay.
But
For
mostly
us, it's 12 hours.
Oh, that's terrible. I guess I'm close.
For me, 5 minutes.
Where are you? Which department do you live in, Edward?
And Córdoba department.
Okay.
Here is it's
Choco.
near Playa Blanca. It's near from my house. Around 5 minutes, 10 minutes. In motorcycle or maybe in car.
And what
How
about
far-
horse?
how far from you from
And
Cartagena?
horse, 11 minutes.
On skate.
2
on
hours.
skate.
How far from Cartagena are you?
NSK 20. Sorry, can you repeat, Juanca?
How far from Cartagena are you?
3 hours, around 3 hours 30.
Great,
How
great.
far? How long does it take you to drive from Santa Marta to Cartagena, Eddie?
I think so. Maybe 1 hour, 1 hour 50.
Really?
From
I thought it was more.
Cartagena to Santa Marta.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yes.
2 hours.
1 hour 30, 2 hours.
2 hours because I'm not sure, but I think 1 hour from Barranquilla and 1 hour from Santa Marta.
Yes.
I'm not sure really, but
Approximately 2 hours. 1 hour 30, approximately 2 hours.
All right. Okay, guys, let's talk about Wimpy, El Wimpy Kid. Do you remember that he was talking about being frozen, waking up in the future, stuff like that? Okay, let's see what this guy is up to now. Okay. And Liana, let's do it.
If I don't win the lottery in the next few years, I guess I'm going to have to find a cheaper option. Albert Sandy said that people who can't afford to get their whole body frozen can just freeze their brains.
Oh.
I'm kind of nervous handing my brain off to some people I don't even know, though. I'm guessing they're not paying their employees a lot of money to basically wait around and do nothing. So I'm kind of concerned about the quality of help they have working at these freezing plants or places. Oops, bump.
And there goes Wimpy Kid, our friend. Look.
Teacher, I am searching the speak configuration, the speak configuration. You read very fast for me, Lina, today.
Really?
Oh,
I thought I
Liana
was reading
reads too
slow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Good.
read slower.
It's perfect. I just want to say.
regulate the speed.
Yeah, I am searching that.
You're searching for 1.75. Where Liana's, I don't win the lottery.
No, I think we have to get too used to it instead of regulate the speed.
Exactly. That's why Liana is here, because we want to hear the natural sound of a native speaker speaking.
I just
It's a good idea.
What's a good idea with inviting a native speaker? Because her intention is not actually to teach, but to partake in the activities. And she's going to do it naturally, as there's no other way for her to do it. So we kind of catch that opportunity to see something original and authentic. Maybe when I do speak to you, there is a little bit more of determination and definition behind what I say, because I want to impact your perception a certain way. But Liana doesn't come with that agenda. She's just Liana. So that's interesting. Because guess what? We're going to find when we go to America or anywhere where English spoken, people that just are there, and they are there, and they're the person that they are. And they interact with you without taking into consideration necessarily that you're not from their same group of people where they normally interact with other people. So you're welcome. Having here Liana is a great opportunity, because we just
privilege
English as is going to be heard by you in the future when you travel. When you meet Liana, if Liana ever goes to your town and knocks on the door, hi Liana, and you're gonna be like, what? Liana speaks slowly. No, qué pena. All right, so any questions, comments, or concerns about the language here in the first paragraph. I like,
For.
sorry, go ahead.
For. What is the meaning?
I was gonna say that. We're on the same wavelength right now. Can't afford. Can't afford to. The whole phrase right there. Afford normally is used in the negative with can't, normally. Okay? Can't afford is no me da, no tengo. I don't have the money for that, or I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, etc. Can't afford to get their whole body frozen is they don't have money, or they don't have enough money to get their whole body frozen. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Like maybe I would like to change my car, but I can't afford to do that right now. Yeah. Remember, I'm a teacher. Maybe if I were a lawyer. All right. So can't afford to do something means don't have enough money. All right. Figuratively, maybe also don't have the energy. Maybe. What do you think, Liana? How else would you use? Yeah. Remember, I'm a teacher. Can't afford. Oh, wait. That's maybe YouTube. Sorry. Am I? Oh, yes, I'm recording. I'm stupid. I just said it's YouTube. Liana, how else would you think of using can't afford? Could you use it to talk about money, time, can't afford to meet you, maybe?
Yeah, those would be the two most common. Definitely money would be the most common, but yeah, like I can't afford to miss this class, or
how about I can't afford to run with you because I'm tired? No.
I guess. I don't know, it might be a little weird, but
you're pushing it. You're pushing it, baby. You're pushy. Yeah.
I can use that to do the following sentence. For example, that note can't afford to pass the la materia de the subject. That note can't afford to pass the subject.
No.
Other thing different to money, or just money?
No, because
well, so I guess like in that context, like, oh, I can't afford to fail this subject.
But you cannot make the subject the note or the grade. You know, like it's confusing. But yeah, when you make the grade the subject, it doesn't make sense to say can't afford, really. I guess it's something personal to people when they feel that they have or not, maybe not have enough of something to do something. Money, most likely. You, a person, normally. Even for animals, I don't think it applies. My dog can't afford to go out now.
That would be really weird.
But I'm going to start using
the expression afford have another way to say, for example, because Fabian mentioned about is a negative context, and usually is used with can't afford, but that's afford with another expression, mainly something.
Not that I can think of right now, but maybe Liana can think of something.
An example.
Wait, what was your question again?
Fabian mentioned now when he explained the main with this expression, He mentioned about is a negative context and is used with the expression can't afford to, right? So the only expression afford could be used with another expression for saying something.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I think the Juan Carlos tried to say is how to use can afford in positive, no can't, just can afford. Maybe you
Okay,
want to
yeah,
say
like
that.
so.
My question is about the afford, the expression afford with another use. Another example with this expression.
Different to money.
I feel like money is like the most common, but I can hardly afford it.
Mm.
And here we have, I just asked 12 examples of the use of the word afford in natural context. And you have to see the tendency. You see, like can't afford.
Modal.
Okay.
Unani modal. Un son
With
modal.
can and could. That's normally the use. Couldn't afford. And the question, not very common, but okay, can you afford the time to? Too formal.
Number
Have to
10.
pay. Can hardly afford. Again, negative. Hardly is a negative word. Couldn't afford.
Number 10 is just afford.
You've been working extra hours to afford the designer dress. But, you know, like.
It's about money too.
Yeah, but I don't know if, would this be naturally considered part of a conversation that you could have with someone, Liana, that you or somebody else says, she's been working extra hours to afford the designer dress, maybe, right? What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, like people talk like that, I would say.
Exactly. But what you have to see, you know, like just this, let's call this a representation of how people talk. All right. And we take just a number of random examples given by artificial intelligence. And we can see the number of can'ts that are used in, or couldn'ts that are used in these examples. And that is I would say the majority. Yeah. So that tells you that that's the, you know, like objectively, that's the use of this expression. Now, at what, you know, like, why would you try something new? I mean, if you maybe want to sound weird, maybe, but, you know, like maybe what we need to go with the, we need to go with the motion of things, pretty much. We shouldn't go against the grain of things. We shouldn't try to find novel ways to use, because evidently language is a habit. The way people talk is habitual. People don't walk around creating new subject-verb combinations. They normally just recycle things that they hear. In fact, we repeat a lot of the things we hear within certain limits of what we can alter, change, call it our own. But in reality, the majority of things that we say are things that we have validated talking with other people, that those things can be said. Like if you ask me afford, I'm always going to be thinking can't afford, couldn't afford. That's it. That's the scope of what I can think of. I would say for number 10, she's been working extra hours to be able to buy the dress that she wants, for example. I wouldn't say to afford the designer dress she wants. I don't know if it's tilted. I don't know if maybe we're talking about another type of person. Maybe someone richer would talk like that. Someone rich, as if I were.
Teacher, I think you are talking like a paisa. I am looking the face of the Liana, I think she's a little confusing. I think you are talking really like paisa.
Sorry, Liana. I'll try to talk a little bit more gringo now to make more sense. Yeah, I mean, the idea here with this question is very interesting to me because, yeah, this could be, but not normally used. Could also mean that if you used it, you would sound weird. That's it. You know, just talk like this. And for sure, when people ask, hey, what do you think of that guy? He's weird. Nobody knows why, but he's weird. I don't trust him. He's weird. Yeah. Just stick with what is normal. Can't afford, couldn't afford. No me dio, no tuve con qué, no me alcanzó. How do you say can't afford in Mexican? In Mexican Spanish, Nancy. Cuando no te dan las cuentas, no puedes comprarlo, no te dan, no tienes para comprar eso.
No me puedo dar el gusto.
¿Cómo?
No me puedo dar el gusto.
No me puedo dar el gusto. I can't afford.
Yeah.
No me puedo dar ese lujo.
Ah,
Ask me how to say in Colombian.
how do you say in Cali?
In Cali and Colombia, we say por culpa de Petro.
In Islas.
Por culpa de Petro. Está muy chistoso. You're very funny.
I say to you, today I was happy. Today.
Today you're happy and funny.
I can notice
Otro estilo más chilango es no tengo los fierros para comprarlos.
Uy, no tengo los fierros.
Uy, aquí es otra cosa, ojo.
Bueno. Aquí también, aquí todo tiene doble significado.
Interesting. Let's go back to Wimpy. Okay. Anything else that catches your eye? How about here?
Handing off. Handing my brother.
Oh, yes. Hand off. Yeah. To give, right?
Yeah.
Hand off is to give. Liana, what would be the difference between hand out and hand off? Would hand out be to several people and hand off to one person?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. I was just thinking about it right now. Yeah, because normally hand it again with the normally. Okay, and I want you to catch the idea here quickly. When I say normally, I'm talking from experience. The way you start to feel the language from experience. Handing out might mean 100 things, you know, to 100 people of different statuses, different countries, etc., that speak English. But in my experience, to hand out normally is to pass around, to give to several people. To hand off is just to give to one person. Okay, for example. And to some people I don't even know, though. You remember the use of that though, right, everybody? It's the same as but at the end.
But
I'm guessing they're not paying their employees. Anything else? I like this, the combination of verb and preposition. Yeah, because in Spanish, we don't have that functionality to language, where you make the action more specific in relation to space, time, direction, etc. That the action in which the action happens, you know, like doesn't give more context in Spanish, but in English it does. Like wait around, it's como, yeah, like be around, wait around. How would you say that in Spanish?
Haciendo una
Básicamente,
despache.
Existir. Wait around.
Despache.
Yeah, just to wait around.
Desparchado.
But it's never so specific as to just wait around, like go to the bathroom, come back, sit, go check out what's going outside, out the window, come back, get a coffee, wait around. Very interesting. Anyway, there you go. And oops, just bumped your ass into it and knocked it off the shelf. That's Wimpy Kid in the future. After, Liana.
After your brain gets unfrozen, I guess they'll put it in a robot body, which probably takes a lot of getting used to. Nerd. Punch.
Any questions here? Think in terms of meaning, use, and pronunciation. Can anyone read this paragraph?
After your brain gets unfrozen, I guess if they'll put it in a robot body, which probably takes a lot of getting used to.
Couple of interesting phrases to me.
Get some
Gets unfrozen and maybe the whole of it. Gets unfrozen is what we call the passive voice. The passive voice, normally used with to be, can also be used with get. The difference between passive voice with to be is that it's more static. The passive voice with get is more transitional, so less static. It brings up the idea, the concept that things are changing from frozen to unfrozen, right? And the passive voice is normally used in this sense when you say that something is done by someone and you don't necessarily need to specify or not interested or don't know who that someone is. Just gets unfrozen by someone, right? In Spanish, we would say lo descongelen. And we use lo descongelen, plural, to mean they. Who's they? Don't know. Anyone? People there? The people in the freezing brain?
It doesn't matter.
In the end, it doesn't matter. That's why we use the passive voice, because that doesn't matter. So we use the passive to eliminate that subject that is unnecessary. And this expression is very common. Gets unfrozen, gets cut, gets served, is served. Breakfast is served at 10. That means obviously that by the people that man the restaurant. But you don't need to specify that. Now, the next phrase is pretty cool. I like it. Takes a lot of getting used to. I like it. It's got a ring to it. What do you think of that expression, Liana? Takes a lot of getting used to.
Very common.
Very common. Yeah, it takes a lot of getting used to. How would you translate it just for Liana? Help me. In caleño, in mexicano, in tolimense.
Va a dar mucha brega acostumbrarse.
Va a dar mucha brega acostumbrarse. Qué bacano, me gusta. Brega.
Va
Takes
a
a
dar
lot
mucha
of-
lidia.
Lidia.
Lucha,
Get those words, Liana. Brega and lidia,
lucha.
which is lucha, dificultad. Takes a lot of getting used to.
A estar jodido, acostumbrarse.
En caleño, no me acostumbro, ¿is?
No me acostumbro, no sé vivir sin ti. What?
Mexican.
I think Nancy's talking.
In Mexican.
It's like o te aclimatas o te aclichingas.
I like it.
Very interesting. Takes a lot of getting used to. All right. And let's move on. Liana.
But if I can scrape together enough money, I'm going to freeze my whole body and do it right. Because whenever you go with the cheaper option, you end up regretting it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, come on.
All right. So in that paragraph, any questions?
Scrap.
Teacher. Scrape.
Scrape.
Can scrape.
Let's
Can scrape enough money.
Collect, maybe? Is collect
Correct.
money?
I like that. Yeah. Easy or difficult? Luis, collect
Huh?
with difficulty or with ease?
I don't understand, teacher.
Collect, when you say collect in this sense, is it collect with difficulty or with ease? They're opposites.
Mm.
You have to choose. In the way that you understand this expression, scrape together enough money, do you feel that is collect with difficulty, with effort, or with ease?
Pues es que él plantea como si no puedo
Entonces
juntarlo y
sería
no
con
puedo
effort,
effort.
con esfuerzo.
Ya.
Difícil. Yeah,
Sí,
exactly.
sí.
Great.
Hardly.
Hard, yes. Hard work, and maybe, because you scrape something, for example, the bottom of your coffee jar when there is almost nothing. Yeah, you see that sometimes you do that. You're like trying to get the last bits of coffee out of the jar when it's finished. You finish the coffee.
Raspar
Raspar. Voy a decir
Ah.
raspo por ahí a ver una platica que tenga.
¿Cómo se dice? How do you say raspar?
Scrape.
Scrape. Scrape.
Focus.
Rasguñar. Scrape.
Yeah, I can scrape together enough money. But if I can't scrape enough money, I'm going to freeze my whole body and do it right. Pay attention. Do it right. I like that. Do it right. Whenever you go with a cheaper option, you end up regretting it. I like that. I would like you to remember the whole thing. Like this is vocabulary, the whole thing. Whenever you go with the cheaper option, you end up regretting it. This is about everything, right? About everything. Like, I don't know, you go to stay in a hotel, Liana, now that you're going to be traveling. You find your cheaper hotel and sometimes it turns into a shit show, right? I remember that one day, me and my stories, we took the whole family to San Andres and we found a super cheap hotel. Guess what? We got up. Obviously, first thing you think in a hotel is, I'm going to go get some breakfast. There was no one in the kitchen. We're like, what the hell? No one in the kitchen. But apparently we had breakfast included. And there was no one in the kitchen. And then we went and they're there, but they're sitting. And we're like, what time is breakfast? Breakfast was served earlier. There was no breakfast. I mean, whoever was there earlier ate breakfast, but, like breakfast was like, like they saw people, they made breakfast for them, and that's it. That was breakfast. The cocktails were terrible. There were not enough towels. You were like, do you have a towel? No towels. It rained the whole week.
Oh my God.
That was unlucky. But yeah, that was a very shitty weekend. I mean, vacation. But it was mostly because it was a very cheap hotel and the service was lousy. Yeah.
Transilvania Hotel.
You get what you pay for. Whenever you go with a cheaper option, you end up regretting it. Do you have an example?
In Spanish, es lo barato sale caro.
It's expensive, exactly.
But do you have an example about this happening to you?
I think just like buying, I don't know, like I bought a pair of jeans because they were cheap and they only lasted like a week before they ripped. So
Yeah, in the
Exactly.
beginning when I had my first job, so I had to use more formal dress, formal dress, and then I had to buy like, I don't know what is the word, heels, zapatillas. So I don't want to pay more much for that. So I have to go the tianguis. Tianguis is like a market. It's like flea market. So and then pay for one pair. And in my office, when I give my heels and then rocket, then rocket my heel, because obviously that have a bad quality.
did you buy them in Tepito?
Yeah, something like that. That was, yeah.
Yeah, when you have to work and be for long hours, for example, in your shoes, I think that you need to buy something that is comfortable. And comfort means money, right? So if you're, for example, a server in a restaurant, you have to stand for hours, go buy yourself some decent shoes. I know they're expensive and more in this economy, but you need to be comfortable. In the end, if you're not comfortable, guess what? You also get hurt. So that's it. A chair, something as simple as a chair to sit your ass on. You think, oh, no, I'm going to buy something cheap because I just sit on it. Yeah, but if you sit for hours, it's going to hurt your back. So buy a chair that is going to help you take care of your back, because sitting is not a good position to stay in for hours. Just saying. From spoons, you know, how many times you buy like cheap spoons and you don't enjoy your food? Cheap glassware to drink wine. That's terrible. Then somebody buys a nice bottle of wine and you're like, oh, no, but I don't have. No, yes, you have. No, those are terrible. Yeah, anyway.
It's important to say that the good buy or buyer, I don't know if he's good, is whoever who choose the best option, not the cheaper option.
True.
Because,
True.
because the whoever chooses something for cheaper, the worst thing, take it, right? Take it for himself.
By the way, the word cheap normally has a negative connotation. Cheap normally is equal or is equated with poor quality.
For quality,
so you can use affordable, reduced prices, etc. But cheap always means, okay, cheap quality. That's it. Right?
But culturally, the Latin people grew up with the idea that the best thing is the cheaper thing.
Barato.
Is something really weird and mistake. It's a mistake thing in this way.
Yeah, something interesting for Liana. Here we prefer it bueno, bonito, y barato. BBB. Bueno, bonito, y barato. But that's hard to find. Normally, you have to sacrifice one of them. You know, es bueno, es barato, but feo. Yeah, or any combination of those. Yeah. All right, so Saturday, finally Saturday. Hey, Liana.
Saturday. There are only a few weeks to go until Halloween, and my family spent the morning putting up our decorations in front of the house.
Woo. Nancy, read.
Saturday. There are only a few weeks to go until Halloween, and my family spent the morning putting up our decoration in front of the house.
Oh, nice. Couple of things catch my eye, but what catches your eye?
Spent.
You spent time, and normally ing after. Like sometimes Liana spends the whole day studying Spanish. Muy bien. And how about this? Look at this. A few weeks to go until, right? A few weeks to go until. Normally,
Pocas semanas. Sorry.
Mhm.
Pocas sem-
Faltan. We would say in Spanish, right? But this to go is very common in English when to express faltar. Yeah, like when you're in a competition and there, like for example, 2 laps till the end. Normally the announcer says 2 laps to go, 2 more laps to go, and that's it. You know that it's 2 more and finish. So that to go is like to the end. Or then you say, what is the end? Until Halloween. A few weeks to go until Halloween. Okay. And I like also to point out that you put up your decorations. Okay. You put up your decorations. Halloween, Christmas, etc. You put them up.
Teacher.
Yeah.
To pronounce to say that putting up, you join at our, I mean, se
Upper.
junta.
Upper decorations.
Putting up.
Putting upper.
That's my question.
Upper decorations. How would you pronounce it fast, Liana? And not super fast, like but
Putting up our.
Putting up our
decorations, right?
Putting up our decorations.
All sounds together. But pay attention, you put them up. You don't put them out. Although it makes sense that you put them out, right? But remember that to put out normally is to extinguish. So that would be confusing. You put them up. Okay? Your Christmas tree, all your Christmas decorations, or for Halloween, obviously, the skeleton that talks when somebody knocks. Do you put up Halloween decorations in your house, Liana?
Yeah, I have a lot. I love Halloween.
You do?
Yeah, so I have like normal Halloween decorations, and then I have a lot of decorations for Dia de los Muertos that I got in Mexico.
It's a big celebration in
I
United
love
States.
Liliana.
And then when somebody comes to your house, they need to knock on the door, or you're the kind of people that sits on the curb or sits on the porch waiting for people, or what? Or people need to knock?
Nobody ever comes to my house because it's kind of it's kind of like a busy street and there's no sidewalk, so it's kind of dangerous. Yeah, it's sad. Every year I wait for people and nobody ever comes.
You're there like nobody ever comes. Okay, busy street. What's the name of your street?
Kirk Lane.
So it's just like a main street.
Yeah, it connects to a highway. Like it's right off of a highway, so it's pretty busy,
So
and
you live on
people
a ramp.
just speed. Yeah, people just speed all the time.
Oh, I see. Interesting. All right. So moving on.
I always say the one dream is to travel to US in the Halloween, because I love this day, and in US is very emotion the people to decoration the house, to costume the people, and I dream to stay in one day the Halloween there, and also in Dia de los Muertos in Mexico.
Pal, would you put on a costume for Halloween?
Yes, normally yes, and my dogs, Sasha,
Aw.
before I I costume, and in this year I I want to costume to Merlin with me.
What are you gonna go as? Wonder Woman?
The Sasha in the how do you say bailarina?
Ballerina in a
And
tutu?
so,
Ballerina, yes, it's the
Ballerina,
same.
ballerina, tutu.
Ballerina, yes, with tutu.
Really?
But I
Merlin
don't.
is a guy, doesn't matter. Yes, I guess, I suppose.
And only this because he hate the people, or the, how do you say, ¿cómo es que es masa? Pues mucha gente.
The
Masa.
crowds.
The crowns, yes. She hate the crowns, and this day in whatever city is very crowded, and that's it. Only day I costume, but she hate, and it's okay.
I guess one day you have to go in Halloween or on Halloween night to Salem, Massachusetts, where the witches were hanged.
Salem, yeah. Sabrina the witch, the town of the Sabrina witch.
Yeah, apparently it's a very interesting town. I've been there. I've been to Salem, but they say that there are parts of the town, I know because of people that I knew from there, and they all concurred on the same idea that there are places in town that are charged with energy, and that, you know, like it raises the back of your, you know, like the hair on your back, and you feel goosebumps on your skin.
Haunted.
Yeah, haunted places in Salem, Massachusetts. All right, so here we go. Let's read a little bit more.
We used to keep it really basic and hung some cobwebs, a few jack-o'-lanterns, and a plastic spider or two. But then our neighbors started going all out on Halloween, and suddenly our decorations looked pretty skimpy.
Ooh, lots of interesting vocabulary here, right? I'm glad about this paragraph. Lots of things to talk to Liana about. Ask Liana if you don't understand something.
Where is cobwebs? Cobwebs, I don't know where is the area. Cobwebs.
The things that spiders make.
Okay. Thank you.
Does everybody know what this is?
Yes, the jack-o'-lanterns. What is this? Or jack-o'-lanterns.
What is that?
So yeah, it's a pumpkin, a big pumpkin, and then when you make the face on it, we call it a jack-o'-lantern. When you cut out the face.
So you cut out the eyes and the
The
nose.
nose, the
and a
mouth,
big,
yeah.
and a big, what, like jagged smile or whatever. And then you put a candle inside. And apparently that keeps evil spirits, you know, at a distance. They don't come near your house because there's a jack-o'-lantern. Superstitions. And then there's this. The neighbors started going all out on Halloween. What is that? Going all out on Halloween. What is that, Liana?
Like excess. In this case, like they put out everything they had. They went crazy.
They went crazy. They
with their
became very serious,
decorations.
right? They
Yes.
became serious about this. It was not a game anymore. It was, right? It was serious work. They put a lot of work into it and maybe bought a lot of stuff and made it look very professional, right? Say sometimes you put up your Christmas decorations and your lights, and then your neighbor goes like, you know, like crazy and makes your house look like this.
Skimpy.
Skimpy. What is skimpy?
Like bare, empty.
Empty, like chichipato. Cheap, like you're cheap. Look at that. This is the neighbor's house. Wow.
Wow.
Look at all those headstones and the huge, look at that huge jack-o'-lantern.
I can see expensive accessories.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Decorate. Yeah.
I mean, when you see that, you're like, oh no, can't
It's,
compete.
it's expensive like Christmas in Colombia and whatever.
Yeah, you see some houses during Christmas time here in Colombia that look like they're just made of lights. It's crazy. I mean, like people spend millions on those lights. Crazy.
And then their electricity bill on top of it.
And then it takes them like 30 more months to put them down again, to take them down. All right, so last year, what?
So last year, Mom handed Roderick $40 and told him to go out and pick out some more stuff for the front porch.
Oh, nice. What is to pick up in this case, guys? Can you guess? Pick up?
Pick up.
In that case, buy.
Exactly. Yes. Is a normal substitute for buy. You go to the supermarket to pick up a couple of things, that means to buy. That's what you're doing basically. Okay. If you mistranslate, then you go pick up things as if they were free and you walk out and they call the police and they beat you up because you're interesting. All right, so that's our reading for tonight, guys. How did you do? Did you learn something? Did you learn anything about Christmas, Halloween decorations and all that put up? Yeah, that was interesting.
A lot of things, really.
And it's interesting just to watch, I guess, see the world through the eyes of Wimpy Kid. I mean, Greg. It's very interesting because we've all been kids and we share many of those same stories in our own home, you know, in our own homes. The way that we live is not the same as Greg, as Greg's, but we can see the connection. We can see certain way to relate to him. And so it's very interesting to, you know, like make that mental escape to be over there where Wimpy is by the means of our own experience, I guess. Same for Liana. Liana maybe shares lots of stories in common with Wimpy, right? Lots of things, especially around Halloween. As we know now, Liana loves Halloween. So any comments, guys? What do you want to say? You've been quiet. What do you want to say? Juanca, Johan, Lucho, Merce, Berna, Pau.
Thank you so much for this excellent class, Liana, teacher, my good co-workers, compañeros.
Classmates.
Classmate, yeah. It's good to listen to you, Liana, to pronounce and the book is very good, really, because it has a lot of vocabulary that I have to learn. So it's perfect to me. It's perfect to me. I write some things, words. For example, a few weeks to go until Halloween. I try to use more frequently.
Try to use it with your vacation. A few more months, a few months to go.
Can afford
Vacation.
Can afford to can't afford.
Exactly, very important. If you can afford vacation, right? You going back to Cali anytime?
I want to go, but I have to search the space to go.
So maybe a few months until flying back to Cali.
I think in June.
Okay, so it's close.
Yeah, I think the
Two more
vacation on my
months to
son.
go. 2 more months to go. Interesting.
Junio, no July,
June, not July.
June, yeah, not July, yeah.
Interesting.
Just 1 month.
Oh yeah, 1 month, 2 months, right? May and June. But if it's in the first week of June, then yeah, 1 month. 1 month to go, that's soon. What about you, Pao? What do you have to say?
Thank you, Liana. It's a pleasure you speak and listen you, and no, that's it. And it's a pleasure see again my classmates.
We learn a lot from Liana, like don't buy cheap jeans. Don't live on a busy street if you like Halloween. All right, and Juan Carlos, you've been quiet, my friend. What do you want to say? Maybe he's eating sancocho. Sancocho de Palmira. I'm sure. He's probably busy. Eddie is again here. Hey, Eddie, what do you have to say, my friend?
I was speaking by cell phone fab
Okay.
at the moment. Excuse me for my accent.
No problem. We're saying bye, and so people are saying what they thought about the lesson, Liana saying thanks, what they learned, etc. What did you like? What did you learn? What did you anything? Eddie.
I learned about the expression can't afford.
Very important. Very important.
Absolutely.
I can't afford a Mercedes. Not in a teacher's salary.
The liar salary.
To a different industry. Maybe I'm thinking tourism. If I want a Mercedes, I need to change to tourism. I apply my skills to tourism. Juan Carlos is eating mazamorra, so he's not talking. Johan, anything to say about today's lesson? What is Johan doing, Paola? Eating liberales?
Eating with Merlin.
You like
I love him. I love him. I want some more. He brought me liberales from Tolima,
awesome.
Liana. They're delicious. They eat a lot of baked goods in Tolima, and he brought me some. They're delicious. They have the best baked goods in Colombia.
Leah, we told Liana that she's welcome here at home when she's coming to Colombia. We can practice and we can know different places.
Visit the Céspedes Duques. They have a dog and they have an extra room. It's a very good idea. Just, stay with them.
We have wine also.
So
nice.
Pero es para practicar español, no es para practicar inglés.
Both.
Conchudo.
Yes.
Conchudo.
Both.
So just conchudo, man. What are you drinking? Chardonnay?
Wine.
Oh my God, he's drinking Chardonnay and taking English lessons.
Cheers.
They're
Yeah,
fancy.
certainly.
Johan is drunk.
No,
He's happy.
I'm
He's not drunk,
drinking,
he's
but
happy.
I'm a little bitsy. Tipsy. I'm a little tipsy.
Ditsy.
He's a little
No, tipsy with T.
Tipsy. What that means?
Yeah.
He's a little
It's-
itsy bitsy. All
Yeah.
right.
I know
And,
Ditsy.
what about Mercedes? Mercedes, you've been quiet. What's up?
Here working, teacher. I need
Oh,
to finish some orders and maybe I will be here until 11 p.m. tonight.
wow. Merce, you work so hard. I admire you.
Yeah, yeah.
You really work hard. So, but you love your work, right?
Yes. This work give me the opportunity to travel and know many places, and my boss is nice because I need a lot of permission. I need to travel, and he said, okay, you work for my company, okay, no problem for that. And I need to many things, and they give me all the things that I need.
Good. Amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Merce is working in the street. You know what?
No, it's closed there. I am right now.
It's a busy street.
Okay.
Yeah, it's thank you, Liana, because when I listen to you, that's encouraged me to improve my pronunciation and my new vocabulary, all the things I enjoy when I listen. And when I listen to you, I said, oh my God, it's my next step for me.
All right. That's very sweet.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's very interesting to have Liana here. I like the dynamic of this lesson. Everybody was asking me if we were gonna do improv or reading. I said, if Liana is coming, we're gonna do reading. Why? Because I love this moment where you have two people that could be the teachers, you know, like we play the role of the teachers. Liana comes and she is part you, part me. She's in between the two worlds, but she could be considered a second teacher, the model and the teacher. And so you can have a conversation and you can have two opinions and you can have people interacting around your questions. So if you ask us a question, then I can bounce it off to Liana and Liana can have an idea and I can have another idea. And it's something that just happens because she's so generous and she's so playful and she's so free. She's very quick and she's very agile and she's very warm-hearted. She really wants to do this. And so the situation that we have here, this dynamic is very enjoyable to me, and I'm sure that to you, because we have this kind of secret club right here, meeting Thursdays, Fridays, whenever possible. And I wouldn't change it for anything, not even improv. I love improv, but I prefer having Liana and having these readings and having just an excuse in the text to have a conversation and to ask questions, compare notes, be curious about Liana. Liana also can be curious about us. How do you say it in Spanish? What do you eat? Where? Why? That's very interesting. I think in essence, that's the beauty of traveling, that you get to experience people. And when we come here together, it's a wonderful experience to have Liana, who's been born and raised in America, and us who have been born and raised here. I think it's a wonderful opportunity, a great moment. I celebrate it every time, and I always make sure to thank Liana profusely. And I guess that sometimes I make her feel uncomfortable, but it's because she it really kindles that fire in us to continue learning. I agree with Mercedes. We have Liana here, and it's like, okay, yes, we're communicating with this person who doesn't need to understand my point of view because she's from there. Okay. Plus, there's the added value that Liana also speaks Spanish and is interested in us, and she wants to learn. So this is a win-win situation for all of us.
Fabe,
yes, sir. You're drunk.
Can we ask Liana how does she feel, but in Spanish?
What?
No.
Yeah.
How she feel?
It's the big test.
Yeah. It's a win-win, you said.
It's a big test for Liana.
Johan is drunk.
If she wants, Johan, because you're drunk. If she wants,
of course,
okay? Let's remember that you're drunk, so you're making, we have to question your your ideas. But no, yes, Liana wants to share with us, sure. Liana can think about it for a second. Don't feel on the spot. I'm gonna let Bernardo talk, and then you decide if you want to carry on with Johan's notion.
Questions.
Bernardo, how do you feel, man? You've been quiet. What's up? What's in your mind?
Great in these classes, teacher, because we learn a lot of things about vocabulary, pronunciation, and we learn about the culture that is important too.
Thank you. You're right. Thank you very much, Bernardo. Liana, how do you feel in this lesson? What?
And thank you, Liana, for being here. It's a pleasure.
It's a privilege to have Liana here. It's true.
It's a privilege and a pleasure. You're right. Absolutely. I agree. 100%.
It's an honor.
It's an honor.
Thank you.
It is.
You're all so nice.
All right. So, Liana, how do you feel in these lessons? You can talk to us in Spanish.
No, I'm too embarrassed to say it in Spanish.
No worries.
Not on YouTube.
Not on YouTube.
Try.
I don't know. I know I can speak, but I get so embarrassed. I don't know why.
You have to start doing the vignettes, Liana.
I know. No. So I'm finished my classes tomorrow. So
okay.
Now I'll have
you
time.
finished tomorrow. Yeah.
Yes.
Congratulations. Yeah, because that is going to help you, break that or bring down that proverbial ice wall. Because sometimes it's that it's weird because we established this relationship, this simpatico in English. That's the truth. I mean, I've experienced this firsthand with many friends who have met the love of their lives. Let's say that. And they first met in English. That's the way they talk. They feel weird communicating in another language. Even if they both can switch, they don't, because that's the way the relationship was established. It's happening here. That's why you feel weird, because obviously it's not what we do. But if you start doing that vignette, then maybe you're going to start feeling that this is also the space for you to practice. And we also want it to be that way. I don't want it to be, I don't want it to feel like it's only happening. This is happening for our benefit, but I also want it to be an enjoyable, an honorable, a pleasant moment for Liana to practice her Spanish in a safe environment, because we all have become used to her, and we respect her, and we love her, and we admire her, and that is something that goes a long way in the interaction between people. So if she trusts us, she's gonna be willing to take those risks. But yeah, we have to give her time and space. That's why I say do the vignettes, and you start to feel like this is also Spanish. But yeah, Liana, I want to just echo the general sentiment, and we're in love with you in these lessons. You are wonderful.
Oh, you guys are so nice.
You help a lot. You help us a lot to improve. So thank you. And when you're in Colombia, you can go to Johan and Pau. They'll have Chardonnay,
Welcome.
I'm sure. If Johan leaves a
Jo-
couple of bottles there because
Johan, no more wine.
seems to be busy drinking the wine.
Yeah, there are no more. We drank all.
Effectively. Effective now, no more. Not a drop of Chardonnay in the house. All right. So when are you coming over, Liana?
I think I'll be in Medellín like June 10th or something. And I'll be there.
Somebody can pick you up. I can pick you up or Johan,
thank
somebody
you.
can pick you up. Sure.
I'm flying into Cartagena and I'll stay there for a couple of days and then go to Medellín.
Edward can see you there.
Bernardo is in Cartagena.
Bernardo is in
Oh,
Cartagena.
okay.
Yes, I am.
El Bernardo. So that's a good friend too. You can drink.
You can go to the airport and pick up the Liana.
Pick up la Liana, yeah. Mercedes is in another place. Luis is
Bucaramanga.
in Medellín.
Bucaramanga, yes.
Juan Carlos in Palmira. So yeah.
In San Antero, welcome, Liana. You know, when you wanna go to San Antero, when you
Liana, you need to pass for
a
many
friend here.
cities.
Oh, thank you.
I guess that you need to visit everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be jealous. Oh,
Yeah.
Liana didn't come to my place.
Only Medellín. Oh.
¿Sí o no? Que es caro. Huh? But yeah, I guess that Liana's time is short and she'll be just passing through, and if we see her, we'll
2 weeks.
We'll be just
I'll come back.
fortunate. And you'll come back. Maybe come back here, get a job, and become a Colombian. That is if Nancy doesn't steal you first, because we know that
Who?
we all know that you have a slant to the Mexicans. You like them. Those Mexicans
I
are
do, but I think I'm gonna like Colombia too.
Yeah, but those Mexicans are vibrant and beautiful. If Nancy's told you, I would not feel bad, really. Yeah.
Are you from the show about the Amazon?
So I think I'm not going to, because I don't think I'll have enough time, because I'm going to Peru afterwards.
Going to Peru. Beautiful place.
Here in Colombia, there is a phrase, there is a message, Liana. The only risk to come here is to stay here.
That's right. Once you come here, you might not go back, or might not want to go back. Yeah, because I guess something that is interesting about Colombia is that we're very spontaneous. There is a lot of chaos sometimes in the way that we handle things, but that is I guess the mystery that surrounds being here. That is not, everything is not, like a cookie cutter style, but everything is unpredictable, and it demands of you to stay alert and to enjoy every moment and to be spontaneous. It's crazy. You might think it's crazy, but another way of looking at it is, oh, this is very spontaneous. I love it. And I think that spontaneity has stolen a little bit of what we call happiness. That's why I love it here. Anyway, guys, so thank you very much for this very nice talk that we had at the end of the Wimpy Kid lesson. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah? Do you want to see me tomorrow? Okay. Maybe Liana can come tomorrow, maybe not. So she'll be letting us know during the day. And if she can, then there's going to be another party with Liana. We love her. All right, guys. So thank you very much. And I'll see you tomorrow. Rest well. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Liana.
Thank you.
Oh, take care of Johan, please. I'm